Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to spend some time in the kitchen. We're going to make a recipe that is new to me, but I've heard a lot about it from my students, Cuban black beans and rice, or Congri. So first, we're going to talk about the ingredients that we have for this recipe, then we'll talk about the kitchen equipment, the utensils, and then we'll actually make the dish together. So, we have some black beans here. The recipe actually calls for canned beans, which you can see here. I don't like these. They're expensive. They're too salty. So I made my own. It's much cheaper and I think much tastier. Next, of course, we have rice. This is just plain white rice, 1 cup of rice. For our vegetables, we have some green bell peppers, red bell peppers, onion, and garlic. All of these I chopped, which means I cut them into pieces like this with a knife. For flavor, we have 2 bay leaves. The recipe called for 1 bay leaf, but mine are old, so we're using 2. We have a ½ teaspoon of cumin and a pinch of oregano. To pinch is like this, like if you have brothers or sisters or children, then maybe you know, they like to pinch each other like this. Ow! So if you take just a small amount of an ingredient, we call that 1 pinch. And of course, some oil, which I will measure later. Okay, so for our equipment, we have a frying pan. Probably it would be better to use a pot, a tall one, like for soup, but we're not going to do that. I'll show you why later. We have a cup measure. So I use this to measure the rice, measure the beans, measure the vegetables. Very useful, your cup measure. These are measuring spoons. So I used these to measure the cumin, and I'll use them later to measure the oil also. This is a spoon rest. This is not necessary, but I like it. We'll use this to lay the spoon on so that it doesn't get the counter dirty while we're cooking. And then here is a wooden spoon to stir the vegetables. Okay, let's get started. So I will move all of this out of the way. That's fine. So this is my burner. We're going to use this one. I'll turn the burner on medium, and then I'll put my pan on so that it can preheat. And while this is preheating, I have my phone here. Can show you. Here I have my flashcard app. Some of you know the app Quizlet. So I'm going to open it and I'm going to study while we wait. Looks like the pan is good to go. So we're going to put in the oil. And the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of oil. So in we go. 1, 2. Now, normally I don't measure the oil, I just boop. But for you, dear students, I will measure. Put that in the sink over here so that we can wash it later. And we'll let that heat up for just a minute. Okay, and and then in with the vegetables. So I don't know if you're supposed to put all of the spices in first or with the vegetables or afterwards. I usually add them together because I think it tastes better. But Cubans, you can tell me if I'm doing it wrong. I'm always happy to learn. Okay, so again, this is stirring when we move something with a spoon. And this process of frying something in oil, we usually call sauteing. So I'm sauteing the vegetables right now. And we will saute them for 4 to 5 minutes or until they start to get soft. So I will set a timer. Let's do 4 minutes. Start. And back to my flashcards. The timer just went off. Vegetables, they're looking pretty good. Yeah, they're soft enough, I think. They're starting to stick to the bottom. You can see this brown. So I think that's perfect. Okay, so now we are actually going to change from the recipe because I am very bad at making rice. I don't want to do it on the stove because I usually burn it. So we're going to use a rice cooker for this part. We got that set up. So I am going to add first 1 cup of rice. I have here some black beans. It called, again, for 1 can. This is more than that, but whatever. More food is always good, right? And we have a little water that the beans cooked in also. And then we will add our vegetables on top. All of our food is in here. I'll stir it up a little bit. And then we're going to look for the salt and pepper because I lost it. So I'll be back. Hooray! Okay, so salt and pepper. There are no amounts listed for the salt and pepper in the recipe. We talked before about teaspoons, tablespoons. We talk about that at school, and I showed you my measuring spoons earlier. And then we talked about a pinch. Another measurement that you might hear if you are interested in American recipes is a dash. So a dash is 1 like that, just 1 shake. I don't know why we don't say shake. That would be easier, but we say dash. So we're going to put more than a dash because beans and rice really like a lot of salt. But if you are reading recipes, you will probably find the word dash in there. So we'll just do like that, should be fine. And let's do a little pepper. Yeah, I would say that's a good dash. That was a little more than a dash. So next we need to add some water. go, adding our water. Yeah, I think that looks good. So we'll stir it up one more time. Okay, so I have my pot here, my rice cooker. This is the lid. So I'm going to put the lid on the pot. And you'll see this rice cooker sings a little song when you put the lid on. It's very nice. Cute, right? So then, very easy, I'm going to press the button that says rice. And now we wait. Great. So, I'll move this over here. I checked already, this burner is cool again, so it's okay if I put the pot on it. Can you see that? I think it looks pretty good. The rice doesn't look totally done. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's fine. I already cleaned my big wooden spoon, so I just have this little spoon for eating. Let's put some in my bowl and see how it turned out. Okay, so there is my finished congri. I think this recipe was a success and probably something I will make again because it's easy and it's healthy and it doesn't require a lot of expensive ingredients. So, thank you so much for watching this video and for learning how to make congri with me. I hope you are all keeping safe and healthy and that we get to see each other again very soon.